Welcome back to Hire Your VA podcast. I'm your host, Melissa Smith, the PVA. Please remember to like, subscribe, leave a review, and share this with your network. And today I want to talk about how amateurs save and pros invest. In my work, I have conversations with potential clients all the time. And it's easy for me to spot those who are my ideal clients and those who are not. And it's because I only work with pros, not amateurs. And for someone to be an amateur, it doesn't mean they are new to business. It's a fair but inaccurate assumption. You could have been in business for 20 years and still think like an amateur. The difference is that an amateur thinks saving will save enough for him in the future, and a pro knows that only an investment pays more in the future. And this is not just a metaphorical analogy. Ask any financial professional. They'll tell you it's impossible to save enough for the future due to inflation. You have to invest so that the money you save today is actually worth more, not less in the future. Amateur thinking is to save and even try to hoard the impossible, time. Pros take the opposite approach, knowing that they can never save enough time to make it pay off in the future. Doing it all yourself will never save you enough time. It will most definitely not pay you dividends. And just the other day, I was asked a new old question. I was asked, how do you do it all? And I responded with the most honest response. I don't. I drink my own juice. I hire VAs. Virtual assistants talk about hiring them as an investment a lot. I've even said so. However, there is an important distinction in hiring a VA and hiring a VA as an investment. Pros, as good business people, understand that hiring the right VA is simply just the cost of doing business. A VA is just as essential as a line item as the internet, their laptop, software, and travel. If you are doing it all yourself, basically you're a freelancer. I don't know any serious business person who doesn't have a VA, unless, of course, you have hired your spouse, which is valid. So either you have a family business that shuts down when you are away from work, or you have a family business that never shuts down. And if you've listened to my podcast, you know that I came from the latter. And that's why I created a business I could run away from. It's why I hire VAs for my business. How do you know when hiring a VA is an investment or just the cost of doing business? It's simple. One VA is doing the work that must be done day to day or week to week. That's the cost of doing business. Just like you would need someone to staff a brick and mortar store, your online business needs someone to staff it. And the VA might be answering emails, sending invoices, booking appointments, and basically they serve as your go-to person for clients. And this is what allows you to take off work or not have to deal with every single email inquiry that you get. The VA is essential because she is saving your time and energy to do the high-level work. When you hire a VA as an investment, this is a new income stream that you are creating, just like a financial investment. So my clients know that hiring a VA of this type is like investing. They are putting their money into their investment each week or each month, and they don't plan to take their funds out until they are earning their potential. That is pro-level thinking. And so, like I said, I drink my own juice. I am not telling you to do something that I do not. I am 100% investing in this podcast. Every month, I invest in the production of this podcast, and I don't make money from it yet. But amateur level thinking would say, this podcast cost me money. My pro level thinking knows that I am investing. I hired a great team in TPU, and they know how to take what I'm giving them and make more from it than I could ever do on my own, nor would I ever want to. Most importantly, what is getting done the right way. A year from now, who knows how it will pay off? I can't even imagine 5 years from now, but I am looking forward to it. But let's just say, for argument's sake, I could do as good a job as they could do. But that's not true. Who knows how much time it would take me every day or every week? Certainly more than I have. If I devoted the next 10 years of my life to learning all about podcasts, I would still never catch up to what they already know. Plus, all the energy it would suck from me would be more than I could handle with everything else going on in my life. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Productivity is directly tied to your energy levels. If you're draining your energy levels by doing work that drains your energy, your productivity is going to decrease and it is likely to plummet. We call this burnout. You just can't simply continue to do work that drains your energy all the time. And that's whether we're talking about hiring a VA as the cost of doing business or a VA as an investment. And I'll share another pro tip. Because I've hired a team, I also haven't spread my own VAs thin on their work with me. They never have competing priorities and everyone does their best work. And you might just be starting out in business, but that doesn't mean you have to think like an amateur. You do not have to do it all yourself. And whether you need to hire a VA for project work or you need to hire a VA because that is just the cost associated with being a business owner, I get it. Maybe now is the time to invest. Maybe you are thinking like a pro and you want to invest in new income streams and new work, and you are ready to do work and make an investment that will pay dividends in your future. I'm here for you. But if you can't get rid of the amateurish thinking of saving time, that's impossible to pay dividends in the future, then I'll wait till you get there. But if you're a pro, I'm here to assist you. I've created the self-assessment podcast for you to understand what type of VA you're looking for, who's going to best match you. I've got the vetted VA list that will give you a list of qualified VAs. I've got the PVA Interactive Hiring Workbook, which details my complete process. If you're a pro, I want you to make it happen. I'm here for you because you can't do it all yourself. Please remember to like, subscribe, leave a review, and I'll see you next time, everybody. Bye.